All right, so it's Tuesday, December the 9th. Join me. We're going to roll through today's latest sneaker news updates. Now, as far as these Narwhal Nike SB Dunks, today's big drop, which everybody's been waiting on. Unfortunately, at the time of this recording, we got no updates as far as an actual release. But hopefully by the time you guys are watching this, we get some type of drop. As far as the latest update, according to sources, they're saying that today's drop should be a sneaker code. It's just a matter of when Nike's actually going to release these pairs. So hopefully by the time I'm checking out the comment section, we see some success, we see some love, especially for the people that were looking to get their hands on this pair right here. Now, we actually did get another surprise release, but this time actually from JD Sports and Finish Line, as they restocked the recently released Jordan 11 City exclusive pack. You guys remember the Vegas, Houston, as well as Atlanta joints? Yup. Those actually restocked today, 1 p.m. Eastern, which there was a short little queue, but once the queue was over, I was actually surprised to see a decent size selection still available. Now, it seemed like out of these three pairs, a lot of people's favorite would be the Mojave Vegas joints, but surprisingly, somewhere around like 30 to 45 minutes after these drops, the first pair to start really seeing a big selection of sizes go actually happened to be the Houston pair. So does that signal the fact that maybe these were one of the favorites of the pack? So that was a cool little surprise. Speaking of Jordan 11s, on top of this release, we also did see exclusive access go out for this weekend's Big Jordan Annual 11 holiday release for the Gamma Blue pair, right? So that was cool. As far as exclusive access, what was really special about this pair though was the fact that JD Sports Finish Line actually required no status points to be able to enter. And as far as a lot of people's experience, they said it was smooth and a lot of success for the drop. So with everything going so smooth as far as exclusive access to pick up for this weekend, I'm hoping that that means that maybe it's going to be a good sign. And as far as this weekend's drop, hopefully everything will go over real smooth. All the people that are looking to grab these should have success. So we'll see how this weekend's big drop goes. But as far as this exclusive access drop, I think things are looking real positive as far as this weekend's release. Now, in other news, we do got the official promo rolling out for the new Armand Manier Jordan 4s with a little visual, cool visual and all that. We see what it's representing. The beat on here, I ain't gonna lie, joint goes crazy. You guys should check it out when you got some time. But as far as the raffle details, looks like these have went live via Equal. Now, when you talk about these 4s, right, this is a good looking pair of 4s, right? I think they had kind of gotten some comparisons to some other kind of earth tone Jordan 4 releases that we saw drop earlier this year, such as the Cavestone 4s. Some people even throwing some comparisons to another earth tone drop like the Undefeated 4s. But I think this pair is doing enough to kind of separate itself. You got the premium quilted feel on the inside, the nice wax laces, some little hints of what appears to be like burgundy. It's just a real fall, good looking color type of shoe. And we talk about Armand Manier, which I'm guessing for 2025, they probably had the most output when you talk about Jordan brand collaborations. And a lot of people, had high praise for the recent 6s, what they just dropped, as well as the 5s. So as far as these 4s, I feel like this is another great addition to the lineup. And people that like what they're doing, I think will eat these up. Now, as far as the details, we mentioned the Equal raffle is live currently. And then apparently there's supposed to be an in-store release taking place coming up here on the 19th, which if we're going to be all the way real about these joints, right, let's take some other look at the shots. Like, good looking shoe, right? But as far as a raffle, based off of their previous drops, I feel like maybe unnecessary. Rumor has it there's supposed to be a lot of stock. So it's like, what's the point of doing the raffle? Like, why make people wait around? Just go ahead and drop these for the people that want to grab them. Just make it an easy experience for them. But good looking shoe nonetheless. Now, we also do have a first look here at the upcoming Jordan 1 band. This is the low top version, actually, which is set to release coming up here for spring 2026. They're saying tentatively, May 16th, so more of like a summer drop. So not bad timing. Nice summertime release. Jordan 1 lows have kind of taken the forefront when we talk about Jordan 1 releases, which is a sign of the times, right? When you look at the first look at this shoe, though, I've been seeing some people talking about the fact that the sole is looking like a little thick, like sole got a little BBL or something like that, which I can't really tell, right? But y'all got to let me know, Jordan 1 connoisseurs, let me know what y'all think about the sole. But this shoe, of course, plays off the band theme, which Jordan Brand did do a special release, the high top version of this back in 2011. And what was even more special about that drop, they actually rolled them out exclusively at Nike outlets, kind of bringing that chase to the sneaker release. So as far as this one, will they repeat history? maybe dropping these in outlets. It'll be interesting, but stay tuned for more details, man. We got a little ways away from this drop, as these are slated to drop coming up in May. But let me know your thoughts on these. Personally, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not too big of a fan of the whole band theme. Just give me a regular pair of Jordan 1 bands, and let's call it a day with that color. Like, just talk about the bread. Just give us a regular bread and keep things pushing. So that's cool. Let's see what we got next here. Oh, a more detailed look at these Levi Jordan 3s, which we saw a little small glimpse from Yachty as he gave us a preview. That pair, it looks like I wasn't able to see the red tag, but I guess it's only on the right shoe. Maybe the left shoe's missing a little red Levi's tag, which now officially confirms these are most definitely a Levi's collaboration. And with this more closer detailed look, you do see this does feature that sail denim upper. Some other additional details, of course. You got the red tag on the Nike Air on the back. That's dope. It looks like that's coming off in almost like a canvas type of material. And then you got those pony hairs replacing where the elephant cement print went. As far as the color scheme, I like this mix of colors. Kind of think of like those SB Jordan 4s, the red pair, which was the Friends and Family. Kind of the same type of tones. I like what's happening here. It almost looks like you got a gum bottom on here. This is a nice looking shoe. Remember, so far we've seen 2 of the 3 Levi's collabs, which are reported to drop coming up in 2026. So I'm curious to see what that final pair is going to look like, man. It's going to be real interesting. But so far, I like both pairs. I'll probably say I like these a little bit more than the pair that we saw Spike rocking previously. And with that being said here, this one is so dope, man. We got a Wale Nike GT Future coming up here very soon. This is going to be a quick strike release. It's actually slated to drop coming up December 13th for a retail of $200. So it's pretty much just like a blue pair of the GT Futures. We actually did see Nike or Wale rocking these previously. He's somebody that's definitely a legend, you know, when you talk about sneaker culture, which of course, you know, putting a lot of DC staples on the map, from the Foamposite to the Nike boots. And unlike those Nike boots, which we saw him releasing for his album, a special like 1 of 1 and Friends and Family pair, this one's actually going to have a bigger release for the public. Now, because it is a quick strike, I'm not saying it's going to be a GR or anything like that, but it's a shoe that a select few will actually be able to get their hands on. So let's take a little deeper look here at the details. Shout out to Soul Retriever giving us a look at this shoe right here. Looking real nice. You do see the contrast from the color as it kind of goes from like a lighter blue down to almost more of a navy at the bottom. But I'm already a fan of this model. Dropping these as a Wale collab is a cool touch. And, you know, I got nothing bad to say about these, bro. They also include a little Wale hang tag, which is a nice additional touch. And when we talk about the 3M accents, yeah, it really set these off. These are going crazy right here. And as far as the final touch, insoles do read Wale. So this is a cool one, which is slated to drop December 13th. And apparently there's supposed to be a special in-store event, you know, for all of our Maryland natives. Hillcrest Heights, Foot Locker, coming soon. Wale will be in the building. So that should be definitely something really cool to pull up for. So in honor of this weekend's release for the Jordan 11 Gamma Blues, right? I thought it would be cool to take a look here as Complex actually went ahead and ranked the best Air Jordan 11s of all time. Now, I haven't taken a look here at the list. We don't put too much into what Complex ranks as far as their list, but I think a lot of these lists that we've been looking at, they've done a pretty good job, and it's a cool way to kind of look back, you know, at all the 11s, which we've seen drop throughout the years. You might see a pair or two, which you had no clue of. I'm not going to lie, sometimes I'll be surprised with some of these pairs. But as far as the number one pair, like, what pair do you feel like will make number one? I got an idea of what I think it will be, which I'm guessing probably won't match my favorite pair of 11s, but let's go ahead and run through the list. Let's see how many pairs we got here. Hopefully we're not here all day. All right, cool. They went with 11 pairs. Up first, we got the Anniversary 11s. Super clean. Let's get these pop-ups out the way. Dropped back in 2010. These joints were notoriously known for like the crazy yellowing effect. This is before Jordan Brand was doing the icy blue soles. Number 10, Mojave. I ain't gonna lie, this list is starting off bad. I feel like the city exclusive joints, probably none of those should have made the list. But then again, outside of your OGs, you know, I would say maybe there isn't too many fan favorite Jordan 11s, but maybe I'll eat those words. Let's see what else we got here. Coming in at number 9, the Pantone, which I remember these dropped alongside the Legend Blue pair, if I'm not mistaken, or was this the same year that we saw the Gamma Blue pair drop? But I remember this was the one that was, more sought after. I believe it actually came in a pack as well, which I can't recall right off the top of my head. Number 8, Gammas, which are set to return coming up this weekend. That's cool. Outside of OGs, I think this is one of the more favorable non-OGs, right up there with kind of like the Cool Gray 11s. Well, maybe not right up there, but right under the Cool Gray 11s. Coming in at number 7, the 72 10s. I ain't gonna lie, this is the time where Jordan Brand lost me on the 11s. Like, I was going crazy from 2009 up, and this was the first pair of 11s which I passed on. I remember for as far as like a holiday drop. Coming at number 6, the DMPs. Yeah, these went crazy when these dropped. What was that? Yeah, 06. Yeah, these were so fire. Those were dope, man. Coming in at number 5, Columbias. Now, I've always appreciated the Columbias due to the fact that they are OG. I remember I picked up a retro, what year was that? The 2014 joints, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, I might have rocked them like one time. I feel like once these shoes get a little dirty, a little dusty, it just completely ruins them. We did see those return actually last year as well. Coming in at number 4, we have the Cool Grays. Classic, not an OG, but definitely one of the most popular non-OG Jordan colorways. I remember owning my pair back in 2010. Moving right along, number 3. Whoa, we got the Breads at number 3, which means it's got to be between the Space Jams and the Concords. Now, for me coming up, like, the Breads were always goated, but I can see what they're doing here. What do y'all think is going to be number 1, man? Space Jam's at 2, which leads number 1 as the Concords, which I feel like is definitely deserving. It's the first pair to debut back in 95, and while the Space Jams, have such a great history, if I'm not mistaken, MJ, he ain't really rock these back on the court. These were just specifically for the movie, and the first time these did drop, 2000. So, not mad at this list at all. The only ones I would say probably weren't deserving, 72 and 10s. I might get some hate for people that like that shoe. Unfortunately, I ain't rocking with them. And the Mojave's a nice shoe, but there's got to be some other 11s that I can't think of right off the top that would be deserving over these. But solid list still from Complex. Let me know what you guys think about it. Matter of fact, as far as all the everything today, all the topics covered, drop your feedback. And again, when we talk about these Narwhals, hopefully by the time this video goes live, we'll get some type of update for this release, and I'm hoping it's not a complete disaster. So JATV, that's all I got for y'all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you enjoyed this update, help support the channel by smashing the like button. Plus, if you've been rocking with the channel, you enjoy the content, consider subscribing. Come along for the journey. We're currently on the road to 8,000 subs. I'll catch y'all next time. In the meantime, stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out. Love.